Hey, how you doing, guys? Good to see you guys. Awesome. Hey. Very cool. Okay, guys. So today we're going to have a look at it. It's like a wrestler's choke or a Das Anaconda. It's kind of like a head-to-head position or a snap-down position. This was made famous in the UFC by Matt Hughes. So we're going to have a look at it. There's a lot of pressure onto the neck today, so we're going to go quite light with our opponents. It's all about kind of the side neck pressure and a couple of variations on how to finish it, depending on how my partner reacts. So the first part, we're just going to do the snap down and going to have a look at number one is where I want to be versus where my partner wants to be. So we're going to start off on our knees, head to head. And this can be done from standing as well, but we're just going to be doing it from head to head. So we normally have what we call head and arm control. So the head and the arm control from here. What I'm going to try and do is on the side that my partner has her arm, I'm trying to push her to that side so she'll post on this arm, and I'm trying to bring my arm onto the inside. So what it would be there'll be a little bit of the push and shove from here. I now step backwards, pull my partner, and I try and come underneath the neck. And again. So it's not quite that easy always. So we're from here, so there's a little bit of push and pull. The main thing is that as I'm stepping backwards with my leg, my arm follows. So these two work in synergy. From here. So I'm just trying to shoot it through from here. So I'm trying to get hold of the neck from here. This is option number one. And I'm just tying so that it's 1 and 2 together. And there's heaps of people kind of have the grips. It's like they try and grip this way or this way or this way or this way. I just find this just like a clap. And it's more, I want to get my grip as fast as I can, and I can adjust it. So I want to snatch the grip, and then I want to cinch it up if I need to cinch it. And again. So we're head to head with our partner. Slow motion is these two working synergy together. Step backward, snap, cut, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to start to walk to the side. I said there's a fair bit of pressure on this, like onto the neck. I'm not trying to crank the neck, I'm trying to bring my hand around the side. So the finishing position is, if my hand's on top, I just move it a bit closer to the camera. If my hand's on top, right, this is more like I'm going to crank the neck. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to turn these so they're on the side. So like I'm chopping your head off like a paper cutter. So on the head snap, but for me is I'm on the side. So both my elbows slowly come together and I try and squeeze. To stop it from turning, my head goes in. And again. So nice easy little choke, just to start off with the head-to-head position. Going to go to the first person, just going to do this a couple of times. So we start off with 1 and 2. On the side that's on my shoulder, is the side I want to throw down. So I'm going to go slow motion, step backwards, pull, snap in, turn my head, adjust. I now slowly bring my elbows together and squeeze. My partner will now start with me, so we go head to head. So my partner's going to throw, I'm going to swap my hands so people can see. So my partner's going to move this way and pull down, so I'll post from here. So her hand and her leg, I'll post, one hand comes under, one hand comes over. And we're not trying to be on top of it, trying to be under, but if she comes high, I get to her so she drives the head in. Yeah, nice. So the head stops me from turning. It's just a nice, easy way to finish the choke. Yeah, and it stops me from being able to barrel roll or roll out of the choke. The other person, so just going to do this about 5 or 6 times each. Like I mentioned to you guys, I don't want to spend a lot of time cranking the neck. So this is more about us just going to the position and tapping, and less of us actually forcing the choke and kind of getting angry, upset at each other because, you know, like my neck's sore and then have to give them a massage and all that kind of stuff. So Okay. So from here, my turn, nice and slow. Grip up, hand and leg, snap down, come underneath, head goes low, squeeze. My partner's turn. So from here, pulls, bomb. Hand comes under, head goes low, squeeze, bomb. Backwards, push the head, grip, head comes low, squeeze. Step backwards, pop. Beautiful, that's nice.
So it's being gentle.
It's just perfect choke. Awesome. Okay guys, so that's a nice easy way to start the choke. We're finishing off with the Das, the Anaconda series, or the head arm series. And this is a really interesting way of finishing the choke from a really obscure position. So I want to have my partner down to the turtle position and onto her hands and knees. What I'm doing is I'm coming underneath. So the way that I'm going to do this is I can either go lead arm or rear arm, lead arm or rear arm. So I'm going from here, I'm going from seatbelt grip, I'm going to go from my hand goes, so I'm going to go rear hand first, it goes underneath the armpit and on top of the head. Or, right, from here it goes front arm underneath the armpit and on top of the head. So both times I'm controlling, can I get you set? So I'm going from front arm, rear arm, front arm, rear arm. So we're going underneath the elbow that's close to me and cupping the far shoulder. I'm going to go rear arm first. So we're here, I dive through, and what I'm doing is I'm going to snatch the choke. This is the most important part about it, is this. I'm on top of her head, I roll my hands down so that her neck's in the V. I slowly pull everything, my elbows, my hand in towards my belt. So I'm not pulling this way, I'm pulling everything in. So everything comes in. And again, so I shoot my rear hand. So my rear hand comes under and it's hand over, I cinch it. To close the gap up is my top elbow comes over and I make sure that my hands are not on top of the neck, they're underneath the neck. What I'm going to do from this, I'm going to start to slowly pull everything into my hip. Sorry?
So that's so unusual.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's a compression on the traps and all that.
Yeah, it's like really,
yeah.
like a pull on that, which is numbing almost to an extent.
So we're not doing this hard, so please don't, because we're going to be focusing on this the whole class today. What I would like to go to do is, can I just grab you back in that position again, is what normally happens. So the reason why this choke is so effective is that my part of the thing, so I'm using like the quarter Nelson to roll my partner over and to get the Das or the Anaconda. But I'm going to switch the choke. So let me explain. So a lot of times that we're here is I try and use this, I put the top pressure down on my partner's head and I try and roll my partner over. So that was one of the first chokes, it's nice, but my partner can roll out of this, I'll lose a little bit of control. It's a nasty little choke, but I found that working this was a little bit easier. So that rear hand goes under and I cup. So they're kind of thinking that I'm going to use it to do that, right? But as I set that post up to stop the roll, I close everything up on this side. And it just comes on really, it's a really fast little choke. I like this a lot. We can do this from in numerous positions, but this is the best way that I know how to coach it. So I'm going to talk Emma through it. So if you guys swap over top to bottom, please, guys. So I talk, if we're here, so rear hand, front hand, rear hand. So I've gone to the turtle position. You're going to the seatbelt position. So it goes under and round my head. So what you're doing is don't reach down, because you've reached down, no, go back, because you've reached down, you're allowing me to start to roll, because you've lost all your post and your base.
Yeah.
So your hand comes under and you're kind of lifting my head up. Which, you know, like this is how we learn. So her hand comes under and she grabs my head. This is the most important part about it is you have to get the V. If the V's on top of my neck, if she squeezes, I'm not going to tap. If she gets the V onto my neck and now pulls the elbows in, it's a huge difference. So again, she drives, so she drives under, cups. So this is what I call snatching. So hands together tight. You try and drive your top elbow to your bottom elbow and pull them into your hip. And again. So rear hand drives through, snatches the choke. Now it's really important that you close the space up. So here, you pull your hands in, nice. And the way I like to do, so if you think about it this way, is that we're not coming over, because if you come over, I can roll through. We're not going under, because I can do that TPS gap that I taught where I walk over your partner. So we're just trying to stay level. We start to pull everything in to the hips. Very good.
I can feel your head buckling a lot more with that.
Yeah, so that's start. Okay. So both sides have done that a couple of times. Let's get the choke going. So this is how we're going to start to set the choke. Emma's onto all fours again. I'm talking the rear hand once again. So, yeah, rear hand. So, 1, cup the head, hold it into position.
I didn't do.
Reset, we didn't do that yet.
Oh.
Reset. So this, what I've got to do is I'm slowly going to roll my hands down. I'm going to slowly walk to north-south. So this time, instead of pulling them into me, I'm walking to north-south. What this does is very hard for my partner to now roll, because if I'm here, right, and I'll put them in, I'm not controlling her hip, she can roll. Once I go here, she starts to roll.
Yeah, I can be like a screwdriver.
A screwdriver?
Like a bolt? Like
Yeah.
it's tightening on me?
Yeah. So I'm walking towards that, but I'm going like my knees going, I don't lift, I just simply walk around. So slow motion again. I go rear hand, shoots through, open my hand, cut, pull it into the V. So it's right on the neck. I already know that that's a choke right now. Right leg, left leg, right leg, left leg, squeeze. So it's a really tight choke, really fast. You don't have to actually be very strong to get this. The longer arms, if you've got longer arms, we switch it to the Das or the Anaconda. So let me just explain. Sorry, babe, I'm trying to go really easy. So if you're here and your arms all the way through, all we do is we wrap over and we hold this, so it's exactly the same position, but I make sure that my wrist isn't on top of the head. My wrist is on here, on the neck. And I slowly walk, 1, 2, and slowly pull in. I get my choke exactly the same. So if you've got like Matt Lambie, obviously if you've got longer arms, you can get that. That's a far better tie-up than this. On the same token is, if you've got long arms and you walk away, it's very hard for my partner to try and grab my legs and take me down. Okay, swap over, guys. So also go rear hand again, so the rear hand comes through, cups the head,
What were you saying?
holds. So what you're trying to do is when you grab that, pull. So now open your hand and grab. Got it. So elbows, so all you're going to do now is slowly keep the tension on me and walk to north south. So right leg, left leg, right leg.
What grip were you saying?
So if you go back,
Long arm?
so if you've got long arms and you go through, so your left arm, and I'll fight you, your right hand comes over, you go hand to hand grip, but now slide your left hand to your right bicep on the inside. Nice. Yeah, now slowly walk to north-south. But don't roll me, see how you put in pressure?
Mm-hmm.
So if you do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll, and I'm going to roll out of the choke. Mm-hmm. So what you're doing is you're trying to keep me pinned to you, not turning me, which is really hard. So she goes grip, grip, and now she's pulling me into her. So she needs to make sure she's putting me into, yes! Heaps better. So we're not putting pressure on the head down, we're pulling our partner in. Okay, so we're going to stop on the rear arm. We're now going to have a look at the front arm, and this one's a no-brainer. This is one of my favorite kind of style chokes for me. The way I like to do this is normally from the guard position. I'll show you in a second. Well, I'll do the choke first, and then I'll show you the combination, how we actually get it going. So Emmy's going to be facing on the camera, turtle again. So last time we went the rear hand, this time we're going to go the front hand. So the front hand comes through and I get my grip. Think about it this way, is I'm in a kind of side back position. So I'm going to take a post out, I'm going to roll, and I'm going to finish. It's so tight. Like I'm not actually even doing
ears popped and I made a snort.
Yeah, I'm not even doing the choke. Okay, so details. Details is number one is we've got a line from here. When I go front arm, which means that I'm driving through front arm from here, is I need to make sure that I'm going above the line. So I'm here, I'm here. So this means that all my pressure is on her neck. So I'm pulling her into me. I make sure that my back stays on, or my chest stays on her back, and I get a squeeze. To finish the choke is I'm pulling this hand like I'm doing a seated row. I'm pulling this hand like I'm doing a seated row. But my body doesn't move. My body stays here and I do a seated row to finish the choke. And again, so first person, slow motion. So I'm going to put my front hand. So we're here, my front hand comes through, I cut. Cinch my grips, pull my elbows in. Knee her elbow, drive high, roll, and in. Can I get you to wriggle? Okay, so I'm here. What I'm doing is I need to put this behind her back. So this forces her forward, and I'm now squeezing. I don't know if you heard that. Choke. Okay. One more time. 2. Without the choke, it's this. Tap the leg from here, roll. So I'm just taking her back, like a standard back take. Can I just give you something? So for me, it's my leg hits, and I have the control, and I'm sitting here. And I'm pulling her, open up my leg for my back take. Back to position number 1. Face camera, head face camera. So, 1, 2, take the prop out, drive over my partner so my chest is onto her head, crush her head, squeeze, and choke. Yeah?
Yep.
It's okay, not too tight?
No, not too tight.
Okay, swap over guys, we have a look at position person number 2. Same choke, so we're going to go front hand. I'll talk over through it. So front hand, so this time she's using a front hand, I'm in the same position. So her front hand comes under and over, nice. Think about it this way, we've got to cup our hands together, and I don't feel that bad. So her...
Man, that's, do my knees go square, or am I like...
so it doesn't matter right now, but the further you are away from me, the weaker that grip is. So you want to keep tight, yeah, so I can't sit up. Your right knee comes in front of my elbow, and you're going to put your head over here, open your legs up. Now, we're in the choke, so one arm in, one arm out. We've got to pull this in to get rid of the space and start to squeeze. So if you're getting stuck from here, guys, right, don't keep putting your partner on top of you. Right, you're going to start to, you see how Emma's below me? So ideally I want Emma to be like on top of my back. Yeah. So when we roll, I don't want to roll them on top. I want to kind of create space. So I'll talk you
And
through
drop
this.
them into the valley.
Yeah. So front hand comes through, knee comes through. Boom. So you're going to open up your left leg and you're going to roll up here. So open up. So your foot, yeah, heaps better. I'm going to walk you around a little bit. So now, the downfall is I've got this space here. So Emma's going to drive this arm. No. You've just lost everything. Because if you do that, like you've just lost your choke.
Okay.
Well, think about it. So if you move away from me, like you just did. No, if you move away from me like you just did, like you've just lost your whole choke. So, because I want to escape the choke, so I want space, right? So what Emma's going to do instead, she's going to drive this deeper, but she's going to put the head on the other side of my body. Here, nice. So now there's no space, and yes, good choke. So with the choking, you don't want to move away from your partner. You want to make sure that you're always kind of in nice and tight and choking. Yeah.
While bearing it.
Yeah. Are you guys okay with that so far? Matt and Flynn?
Steph, turn on the mics to say yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Real well.
Oh,
Say. Awesome. Okay, so this is the fun part, right? We're going to put this together in a nice little combination for you guys. I'm trying to go nice and slow. Okay, so Emma's inside my full guard, and this is option number 1 from here. So as I'm trying to break my partner down, Emma's got good posture. So I go frame onto here, hip escape, come up, snap my partner down, switch. Hand goes through, punch in the face, I'm so sorry. Now, this is the way I like to do it. I like to roll. So I like to simply roll to get the choke. So all we're doing is we're aborting the guard to go to side back. So I'm trying to put my partner down, she's like, no. So as you come up, we're going post, disengage, head snap, side back. Now, what I said to you is, I normally work the front hand because my left hand's got the control of her leg, or my rear hand. So it's much easier for me to work this one. And what I'm saying to you guys is the roll is, I'm simply doing a barrel roll. So I'm going to try those. So I roll, cinch, boom, hand, and I'm on top. So my head's over her head, my elbows come in, I squeeze. If my head's under her head, you'll find this is a really hard choke to finish. So I really want to make sure I'm over, my knees squeeze together, my elbow comes in.
You don't even think you're in danger because you're too busy thinking of the hooks.
Yeah, so what most people do is that they use their hand to try and get, so I'm kind of like this, as soon as the hand stops, the choke's on. Okay.
What were you like?
No, I'm in the guard. I'm in the guard.
Okay. Stopping over.
Yeah. Okay. So the guys swap over.
Okay.
So it's like guard. So it could simply be that I'm trying to pass the guard. So she pushes me away, aborts, throws my head down, so come to this side, pop from here. Go, turn. Yeah. Yeah. So your rear hand, stop. So your rear hand or your left hand hugs this. So what this does, this keeps me pinned into position. So I'm going to try and post, which now gives you opportunity. Yeah. So I want to get rid of this. So as I'm kicking my legs straight, you're spinning and rolling your hips. Boom, look at that. Head on top. I try and hand fight. You get your grips. So you've got to be over, remember? Yeah. As I hand fight, I'm going to spin you around a little bit. So as I'm hand fighting, you've got to have your head on top. If you don't have your head on top, okay, no, let's go again.
I lost it. I didn't get it.
I do it. I do it again.
Yeah, you do it. Where am I?
In my guard.
In your guard, sorry.
It's okay. So guys, so from here, I'm going to abort to the other side this time, so you guys can see the motion. So I'm trying to pull my partner down. She gets posture, hand, leg, head snap, control. Got it? So my rear hand is controlling. What this does enables me to get my grip. Once I'm here is I roll, keep my head high. So I'm rolling my head high, I now get my grips. Put my head on top, put my head on top, start my squeeze. if Emma at any stage, and I'm driving this way, if Emma at any stage tries to hand fight with my legs, I like to open my leg up and I like to try and hook.
Yeah. Okay.
So that it's taking, so it's taking everything out of the equation. Okay. Emma's going to, do you want me to do it again or you?
You can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're doing an arm bar. Oh, you got me. Oh, got me good, buddy. Okay, I'll train with mummy one more time.
Yeah.
You watching? Okay, buddy. Okay.
Daddy,
Yes,
now
mum.
listen me.
Sorry?
Listen me.
I'll wrestle you after this, okay? Okay, so the control, so if I've got my right hand onto Emma's head, I'm coming up to the right because this enables me to push my partner. It's really hard for me to pull away on and then try and get up, I'm kind of stuck. So as I'm pulling away, she pushes, I'm going here, push. So see what happens? So my leg's now free, but I keep my hand on top. Post, abort, head snap, grab the leg with my rear hand. Front hand comes through and under. Oh my gosh.
My face so clean.
Drive forward, barrel roll, keep my head on top, barrel roll, get it. Elbows come in, whisper in her ear, love you baby, and squeeze.
My feet rubber duty.
Your feet are very dirty.
And I'm busy on my butt.
Oh, okay, so push you for a ride.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to have a shot of that?
Okay.
Okay, so I'll talk through, okay.
Me.
I'll do mummy first, then I'll wrestle you, okay?
Me.
Okay, quick one, quick, let's go, quick. Ready, combat, go, wrestle. Oh, quick, mount. Get on top, buddy, quick, mount. Matalion. Oh my gosh. Okay, mummy's turn to wrestle daddy, so mummy's over here.
I'm hungry.
Okay, you go inside and I'll get you a treat.
You watch mummy and daddy?
You go watch mommy's phone and I'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay. So from here, inside the guard, over on past the guard, Emma's going to have her right hand up onto my head. From here, what she does is she starts to push me this way, so I have to post, disengage the leg, head snap, boom. Her right hand comes straight over my back and grabs inside. Now, if she wants to, she can now start to use her right hand to lift me, and that helps with the roll. Bob puts me in the position. Head comes high, hand comes over. Either your palm to palm or your Dasa and conda grip. Okay, from here, but you've got to keep your weight this way. Elbow goes behind my body, and choke. Okay, how do we go with that, guys? Matt, Flynn?
Real good.
Yep. Okay. I'll add this one part into it now just to finish off, right? And this is the variation that Matt Hughes used. It was off a failed double leg or single leg. But we're going to do it from the guard. Okay, so Emma's inside my close guard. And we're going to do this a couple of times each. Once again, control, so head control, push, head snap, hand comes through. So in the position that we're in before, sprawl, and squeeze. And that's basically the fight. And again,
Just on top of my ears.
it's terrible. So it could be off the guard, like an abort from guard, could be off a single leg, could be off a double leg, whatever that. So some deal is I'm up, I'll push. So as I push, you post, that allows my leg to come out. Come up, head snap, tied up, no hands in. Put my chest in. Sprawl, fight's over, really easy. Swap over back. So, no arm this time. Inside the closed guard, Emma's right hand's on my head, she pushes, I'll post this one, just going to sprawl from here, in right in front, catches 1 and 2.
Yeah?
Yep, that'll do. And,
No?
or you can do it the other way.
Did I make it?
Yeah, you just allowed me to roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know that.
So, yeah, we go again. So,
I don't know what I was supposed to do.
okay. So inside the guard, she pushes my head, I post, aborts to top over, so boom, boom. So in front. boom, snaps my head down. So all she's got to do is one hand comes under, one hand comes over. Cool. Sprawls from here. So what we're doing is, if we were here, but head to head, and I shoot, so one hand goes over, one hand goes under, whoop, from here, sprawl. Yeah, so it's like a better variation than the guillotine choke. You get far better results with this. We're just talking about how effective this is from a couple of positions. And if you're like from head to head, and my partner's got the arm control and the head control from here. So I want to put my partner over to my right hand side, bop, bop, and I'm already in the position. So I've already set up, switch, roll, choke.
Okay, good boy.
And again. So we're head to head again. So this is just options for you guys. Head to head from here. Okay, so I'm going to get my grips. Doesn't make any difference. Get my grips, okay. I'm putting my partner, I switch, and I'm here. Sit, whoop, and finish.
Are you taking photos?
So there's a few options for you guys from the different positions. Just from the butterfly guard, just to give you guys, because guys can watch this and rehash this. So instead of me kind of going one for one, go, 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 it might be a little bit easier if I'll put it up onto YouTube in about an hour and a half.
1 more minute and you can have one.
YouTube, so you'll be able to have a look at it. Excuse monkey.
1 more minute.
One more minute.
Very, very good for
I go for an ankle lock. Oh, my leg. Okay, show me your victory dance. Oh my gosh. Show me your victory dance. Hey. Okay, so butterfly guard, once again guys, from here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to kick my left leg out. So I pull my partner's weight this way. So you have to jump off now just for a second, please. Pull my left leg out, swing, left leg, here, hook. Sorry. And oh my gosh, I'm landed on you. You can't choke me. You can't choke me, but you can't choke me. Try it. Ready?
Sorry.
And that was today's choke done. Perfectly by little Neo. Maybe. Thanks guys. If you guys want any more information on that, I'm going to do a couple of little micro videos, not 30 minutes, just on each of those little ones and put them up, so there'll be a little bit of detail for each of those little combinations as well. Really appreciate you guys coming in and watching. I'm guessing I'm going to make an announcement. By the end of June, we'll be back in Armour Gym training again.
That's
Okay, end of June guys, we'll be back in Armour Gym. We'll be training. It might be under restrictions, like 50 people at a time, but we will be back in the gym training. Let's hope so guys. Thank you very much.
Maybe you can do the live.
1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Maybe when you start training, then you can do live videos from the gym.
I'll watch
Cool.
it.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Glenn. See you, Mom.
See you guys.
See you, Em.